37.6 million ounces vanished in 47 days. Gone from COMEX vaults. The largest drain since 1980. You know what else happened in 1980? Silver hit $49. Then the entire futures market nearly collapsed. February 14th, 2025. 4 major South Korean banks stopped selling silver. Just stopped. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Indefinitely. China blocked citizens from buying physical precious metals. Russia banned from London trading floors. And right now, something's happening that shouldn't be possible. Spot silver is trading above futures prices. That's called backwardation. In plain English, people are paying more to get silver today than to get a promise of silver tomorrow. That's panic buying. This isn't about silver going up. This is stage 3 of a 4-stage pattern that's played out through all of human history. And when stage 4 hits, the price won't matter because at any price, you won't be able to find it. 3 times this pattern has happened before. 3 times the people who saw it early made generational wealth. 3 times everyone else stood there wondering what the hell just happened. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly where we are in this pattern, why it's different this time, and what the Hunt brothers' $17 billion lesson teaches us about what not to do. Let me give you the pattern. It's brutally simple. Stage 1, establishment. A commodity becomes money. Governments back currency with it. Prices stay stable for decades. Everyone trusts the system. Silver was in every American coin until 1964. You could walk into a bank with $1 and get silver. Stable, predictable, trusted. Stage 2, manipulation. Someone realizes they can create paper claims on physical metal. 1 ounce of real silver becomes 10 paper contracts, then 50, then 100. Paper is profitable. Physical is expensive. So they flood the market with promises. The price drops because it looks like there's infinite supply, but there isn't. Stage 3, the squeeze. Demand grows. People start demanding physical delivery. The vaults drain. Everyone realizes simultaneously there aren't enough ounces to cover the paper. Panic. People rush to convert paper to physical, but the physical doesn't exist. Stage 4, the break. The paper market collapses. Trading halts. Delivery failures cascade. Prices go parabolic in physical while paper contracts become worthless. The people holding real metal win. Everyone else learns an expensive lesson about owning something versus owning a promise of something. That's why price won't matter. When stage 4 hits, there is no paper price, only physical. But first, you need to understand why silver is different from every other commodity on Earth. Gold is just money. Silver is money, the most critical industrial material in modern technology. Your phone, silver. Solar panels, silver. Car electronics, silver. Medical equipment, silver. 5G towers, silver. Missiles, silver. Every technology defining modern civilization depends on silver. And we're running out. On 148.9 million ounce deficit in 2024. 4th straight year. We're mining less every year, using more every year. The solar panel industry alone could drain 85 to 98% of global silver reserves by 2050, according to the University of New South Wales study. Now, let me prove this pattern is real with the most dramatic example in history. 2 brothers, 200 million ounces, and a plan that almost broke the entire financial system. Nelson Bunker Hunt and William Herbert Hunt, Texas oil billionaires. 1979, they start buying silver, not a little. Everything. They accumulate 200 million ounces. Half physical, half futures contracts. Their bet, the dollar is dying. Inflation is 13%. Nixon killed the gold standard in 1971. Fiat currency is collapsing. Silver is real money. They weren't wrong, by the way. January 1979, $6 per ounce. September, $10. December 30. January 17th, 1980, $49.45. That's 724% in 12 months. The Hunt brothers are worth billions. They're the richest men in America. And Wall Street is terrified. Why? Because they're not just buying. They're taking delivery, draining the physical supply, and they're using leverage, controlling far more silver than they could buy outright with futures contracts. Every contract is a claim on physical metal, and they're demanding that metal. COMEX panics. The vaults are emptying. If the Hunts keep demanding delivery, the exchange fails. So COMEX does what exchanges always do when they're losing. They change the rules. Mid-game. January 7th, 1980. Silver Rule 7. No more long positions. You can sell. You can maintain existing positions. You cannot buy. Translation? We're freezing the Hunt brothers out, but silver keeps climbing anyway. Until January 21st, margin requirements get raised drastically. Overnight, holding futures becomes impossibly expensive. The Hunts need hundreds of millions in additional margin. They scramble. They sell. Others panic and sell. March 27th, 1980, Silver Thursday. Silver collapses from $21 to $10.80 in one day. The Hunt brothers lose $1.7 billion. They declare bankruptcy. Brokerage houses teeter. Banks freeze credit for 48 hours. The system almost breaks completely. But here's what everyone forgets. The people holding physical silver, not futures, not paper, but actual metal in their possession, they didn't lose anything. When the dust settled, silver was $10. That's still 66% higher than where it started. The people who bought physical at $6 and held through chaos made enormous returns. The Hunt brothers failed because they used leverage and paper. The system changed the rules. But you can't change the rules on something you actually own. That lesson matters because we're watching the exact same setup today, and it's actually worse this time. Remember 1971 when Nixon closed the gold window? Same pattern. Foreign banks demanded physical gold for their dollars. America didn't have enough. Nixon ended gold backing. Gold went from 35 to 850. Silver went from 1.40 to 49. Both metals telling the same story. When you remove physical backing from money, the paper loses value and the physical explodes. So where are we right now with silver? Stage 1 complete. For 150 years, silver was money. U.S. coins, 90% silver until 1965. You exchanged dollars for silver at face value. Then, 1965, silver removed from coins because silver became worth more than the face value. That should have been the warning. The market valued silver higher than the government did. But instead, silver got repositioned as an industrial commodity. Stage 2 complete. Once silver stopped being money, Wall Street created the paper market. Futures, ETFs, certificates, derivatives. For every ounce of physical, they issued 50, sometimes 100 paper claims. The largest silver ETF, SLV, holds 440 million ounces, or so they claim. But read the prospectus. They can settle in cash if physical isn't available. Your silver might just be a promise to pay you money if silver goes up, not actual silver. COMEX total vaults, 265 million ounces. Registered for delivery, 43 million ounces. So when futures traders demand delivery, there are only 43 million ounces to cover hundreds of millions in open interest. See the problem? For decades, this worked. Most traders closed for cash. Industrial users got metal. Banks collected fees. Until now, stage 3 is active right now. October 1st, 2024, COMEX registered 80 million ounces. December 3rd, 2025, 43 million. That's not normal profit taking. That's a bank run, and it's accelerating. On November 17th alone, 6.13 million ounces withdrawn in one day. February 14th, 2025, 4 major South Korean banks simultaneously suspend silver sales. Not for a day, indefinitely. These are banks with unlimited capital and global connections. If they can't source silver, what does that tell you about actual availability? China raised risk classifications on precious metals. Citizens literally cannot buy through banks. Why? Because China is hoarding for the state. They restricted exports. They require physical deposits for futures trading now. They're preparing for something. India's silver imports hit records in 2024. Indians have seen currency crisis. They know physical metals protect wealth when paper fails. Now add industrial demand. Solar panels, 12% of annual silver supply. Electric vehicles, double the silver of combustion cars. 5G infrastructure, AI data centers. Every trend shaping the modern economy increases silver demand. Supply declining since 2016. Recycling can't keep up. Deficit of 148.9 million ounces in 2024. Projected 117.6 million in 2025. And now investors are waking up. Silver ETF inflows surged. Retail buying at levels not seen since 2011. Online dealers report inventory shortages, premiums over spot rising. When you pay $5 over spot just to get physical, the paper price is lying. And backwardation, spot above futures. That screams physical desperation. Futures should cost more because of storage and time value. When spot is higher, people pay premiums for immediate delivery over future promises. We are deep in stage 3. The squeeze is active. Stage 4 hasn't fully arrived yet, but we're at the door. CME trading halt, November 2025. Official reason, cooling failure. A cooling failure in a market with military-grade infrastructure that handles trillions in trades? Sure. Veteran traders know when exchanges halt mid-spike, someone big is in trouble. COMEX has 2 options. Change the rules like they did in 1980. Raise margins, limit positions, suspend delivery, or let the market run and watch the price go parabolic. What do you think they'll choose? They'll try to control it. But here's the problem. This isn't 2 Texas billionaires. This is global demand. Industrial users who need silver, investors in dozens of countries, central banks accumulating, BRICS nations building alternative systems. You can't change rules on everyone simultaneously. When stage 4 fully hits, trading halts become common. Delivery failures cascade. Contracts get cash settled against buyer's will. Premiums explode.